Well, I tell you what, half of the people that watch ABT Lockdown Live are probably non-boaters, and non-boaters, of course, the other essential element of an ABT tournament. It's the boater and the non-boater going out together in the bass tournaments. Of course, it's shared weight, trying to catch the 5 fish or 4 fish together. But in Brim, it's every man for himself, and the best man, who was every man for himself at the back of the boat last year, the Rookie of the Year 2019, the Duffrods Rookie of the Year, Travis Ryan. Trav, welcome to the show, mate. Good to have some non-boater content.
How you going, Steve? Good, yourself?
Good, mate. It's a you got a great looking stash behind you there, mate. You got a full quiver from anything from broadbills down to brim. It looks like.
Yeah, got a few there.
I saw earlier in the year, mate. You had an offshore boat, like a seafarer or something like that, and you boned it, and you're just non-boating now.
Yeah, I had a 6 metre cruise craft, and
Yep.
Colin and I were going to go around Australia.
Yep.
So I sold it, and obviously with this coronavirus and colleague being sick, so we couldn't go. So yeah,
Well, it was good timing anyway, mate. I'm
yeah.
sure you find it harder to sell a boat now than you would have half a year ago. So,
Oh well, I wish I still had my boat.
would you have been out in it today? Is today the first
Oh,
day Victorians go fishing?
I dare say I would have been out there if I had it. Yes, yeah, for sure.
Mate, let's run through your achievements from last year. You won the 2019 Duffrods Rookie of the Year, and it's for the non-boater who does the best in their first year of competition, mate. And
Yeah,
you're like a poster boy non-boater for someone who's just jumped in boots and all, mate. You said, if I'm going to
yep,
do it, I'll do it properly. You went to a lot of cool places in Australia.
yep,
You got some good results, and you went fishing with a whole lot of boaters, mate. It must have been a
yep.
whirlwind experience for your first year.
Oh, I still can't believe what I've learnt in 12 months of everybody, the boaters, the non-boaters. It was fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah, and look, that's one of the things I suppose. You know, we all know ABT's motto is "Who shares wins." Um, I suppose you're a great person to ask. You know, what is that learning curve like? Like, was it Warren Carter or something? Who got you into the tournaments, and then what did the curve look like? The learning curve after you started?
yeah. Warren Carter. I was trying to catch meter flatties in Lake Tyers, and I couldn't catch them. I was throwing everything at them. I didn't have a clue about plastics or hard bodies. I
Yep.
just thought they were myth. You know what I mean? And then I was talking to Warren Carter at our fishing club, and yeah, he said, no, come out with me and I'll show you how to catch brim, and that's how bycatch, you know. I'm
Yep.
like, oh, yeah, or whatever. And yeah, he showed me, and he said, look, bring whatever you want, live bait, whatever. I'll towel you up, don't worry. With these
Yep.
lures, I'm like, yeah, okay. And so we went out, and yeah, he showed me, wow, what a learning curve from. I knew nothing about plastics, hard bodies, but then I went away. I'd done one comp. I went away, thinking, oh, I need to do a lot of practice, you know. And so I went out by myself, and it took a long time for me to get the bite. And thought I was doing something wrong. And I talked to Warren Carter and other people, and they just told me to keep resisting. And once I started getting the bite of the fish, I started learning how to go about what I was doing,
Yep.
and gave me the confidence to, yeah, keep going. And then last year, I thought, nah, I'm doing a full year this year. I'm going to
Yep.
do it, and allow I was allowed to do it by work. You know, we're pretty
Yep.
busy, but I actually got to do it and went to some pretty cool places, and I've learned so much. Like within 12 months, it's just I'm confident now. I can go out with a hard body or a soft plastic and at least catch something. You know, if it's not a brim, it'll be a whiting or a flatty or a
Yep.
leather jacket, something. You know, so yeah, it was a major learning curve for me last year.
That's awesome, mate. And you did a lot of Australia. What was your favourite arena that you went to? Like, it could be the place where you had the best fishing, or the prettiest, or the most awesome part of Australia you got to. What sticks in the memory banks?
Albany, that would have been WA. Would have
Yep.
been there. Will's the first one in WA.
There was one in Albany, and then there was one on the Blackwood River, the second one. So
Yeah, Albany. Yeah, just to meet everybody over there, and a lot of people from Victoria as well went over, and um, oh, I forget the guy's name, but he invited us all to his house, and we had
oh,
dinner
not
there.
the mayor of
The man-
Albany, Kim.
Tim, that's it, Tim McIntyre. What a
That's
great
right.
bloke, you know. He invited, 20, 30 people to his house, and we all had a meal there, and everyone pitched in and helped out, and it was it was beautiful over there.
They're pretty famous, the dinner at the Nair's place, mate, and it's all part of the WA experience. Whenever we get down to that, I agree, that southwest part of Western Australia, beautiful part of the world. The Blackwood River just looks like it's, if it was in New Guinea, it would be full of black bass. There's that many snags in the joint. And then Albany it's a combination of a lake and some cute little rivers, but the fish stocks are amazing in there. So it's a brimmer's paradise, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful. Even going to Blackwood, I got to fish with Peter de Groot. He actually won it.
Yep.
And what a gentleman of a bloke, he's just all over there. Even Gladstone. I'm unfortunate. I was hoping to go to Foster this year and do the New South Wales. I love that north coast of New South Wales. I wish we could have done more this year. But last year, from South Kippy, where else we go? Gladstone, WA. They're all good spots.
Everything's got its own little idiosyncrasy, which makes it pretty cool. Yeah. So my next question to you is, what was your coolest fish or coolest moment as a non-boater last year? What's the one that sticks in the memory of the coolest thing that happened to you?
Probably catching that big bream on pre-fish with Mark Zarek at Gladstone. Nicole got a good photo of us last year underneath the bridge there, actually.
Down the tunnel, that's it.
It was definitely my first over kilo fish, and I got it inboard, and I had a lot of fun that day with Mark, and just Gladstone was beautiful, Yeah,
it's a good place, isn't it? Now, was that kilo fish of yours? Was it a yellowfin or a pikey bream?
Pikey bream.
Yeah, so it would have been a big black-looking ugly thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the big lips, the big blue lips, it was fantastic. I loved it.
Have you got a photo of that? Because if you have, we'll give it to Nicole and we'll get it to put up, and we'll show everyone how gnarly they get when they get over that 35 centimeters.
Yeah, it was a good fish. Mark was doing something on his boat, and I thought I'll throw over there, and I never had a clue what I was doing, so just threw it over there, and it was only in not even 100 mil of water, and it just come up and smashed me. And I actually got to see it, so it was it was wonderful for me. That was great. Yeah,
that's awesome. Now my next question is sort of related to that. What was the coolest thing you saw happen on the front of the boat with all the boaters you fished with last year? What was one of the coolest things you saw? Because you get to witness stuff that you might be the only person that ever sees it happen. So,
there's so many. Like, all the boaters are great. They guide you through it, try to help you. Coolest thing last year.
Or biggest fish, or what sticks in your mind?
Fishing with Brad Hodge was a big one last year. We're at Bim River, and I actually got my first bag, and it was a big bag. And
I remember you. Were you leading at Ben last year? Was it you leading or second or something?
Yeah, no, I was leading, and I got towed up by Neil Kelly. On day 2 at Marlow. So just fishing with people like Brad Hodge, they're amazing. They just catch fish, and just where you wouldn't think there would be fish. They're bringing in keggers. It's just amazing to see. So
some of the guys have really had misspent youths, mate. They've spent way too much time catching fish, and they've just got the touch, haven't they?
Yep, that's for sure.
That's awesome, mate. Now, for the non-boaters watching this show that are probably sitting on the sidelines and thinking, should I do it? Should I go? From someone that's just jumped in the deep end, what's your advice?
Oh, do it. Do it for sure. Get in there. Like you've got the webpage, ABT Angler. Go in there, ask questions. There's a lot of people on there that will give you advice. I went there, and obviously with Warren, but I was a bit blessed that way. But it is hard because when you first do it as a non-boater, and you're not guaranteed, so you want to get your entries in early to make sure you get your accommodation, your flights, or if you're driving, organise holidays for work and all that kind of stuff. But even just talking to you guys in the office, just assuring people, it was good. After my first one, the nurse, I was obviously settled down a little bit, and I just kept on applying when they come up. Hopefully get down on lower on the list, so I can guarantee to get time off work. Accommodation, all that stuff. But then you get to meet people, and you get to travel with them. Now I've travelled with Cam Whittams, the Stewie Walkers, and Grayson Thong, and Steve Duff, and
Yep.
you know, it's just amazing. It's just like another big family, like away from your family. Like everyone looks after everybody. It's just someone's whatever Lecky stuffs up, someone's got one. You know what I mean? They all share. It's just amazing to see.
Yeah, and I think that is solid advice. If you're doing your first round of tournaments, always put your entry in early, because if you can't do it, we always can refund your whole entry fee. The only time you lose your entry fee is if you don't turn up on the day of the tournament. So any time before that, you can sort of cancel. And and yes, you will meet people, because you're fishing with so many boaters. You'll meet people who are looking for a travel partner or looking for somewhere to stay, and it doesn't take long to, all of a sudden you know everyone, and it's easy to make plans, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah. Much easier. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, mate. Look, thanks very much for joining us on the show tonight, mate. Is there anything else, any other advice you want to give the non-boaters of the world, or are you going to keep it under the hat because you want to win a few more of these titles?
Oh no, who shares wins? Look, I've learned so much off people. It's not funny. I'll share any of my knowledge, which is not much, but just equity of the boat. Make sure you offer your boater money for fuel, or no throwing over the boater's shoulder. Give him his space and that stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was just taught from the start. You just don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Just just take your 4 rods. You don't need to take 20 bags of tackle and stuff like that. You just take 1 bag, your lunch, and all that kind of stuff, and
a bag of Z-Mans.
Yeah, bag of Z-Mans. That's about it. And a couple of hard bodies. Yeah, I went in and sport a fortune on lures and stuff, but I never needed to. Soft plastic were my thing last year, and I was taught to just keep it simple, and it will come. And it did come, so I was very lucky. So.
Well, that's awesome, mate. Big shout out to you for winning that award, mate. And let's hope that it looks like maybe in the second half of this year we can get a few tournaments done. So we'll see how COVID goes through the winter, mate. Thanks for joining us tonight, mate, on ABT Lockdown Live, and hope to see you at a tournament soon.
Too easy. Thanks, Steve. Cheers.